Okay, and we're live. Welcome to another edition of the WebCasting Dead, Season 8, Episode 14. Something gotta mean something.
That
Still gotta
still
mean
got to mean
something.
something. That was the
Still gotta
name of
mean
it.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah. And this episode basically focused on the whole plot that we saw 2 episodes back with Jadis and Negan, which I thought went off tremendously well. I thought it was greatly executed. The whole interaction between Negan and Jadis was fantastic. And also, we saw more of the whole Henry, Morgan, Carol, and Rick ordeal, finding the saviors that escaped, which was, again,
Yes, we
epic.
did. Yeah, we saw that Rick was. We saw that Rick was finally able to read the letter
Hmm.
that Carl wrote him. We also saw. We also saw that. We finally saw the resolution with Ben's killer, Henry's brother's killer.
Yeah,
In very brutal fashion too, if I may say so. Wow, what Morgan
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I thought that was great. It was fantastic the way they killed off Henry's
Jared,
brother's killer. Was it Garrett?
Jared,
Gareth? Garrett.
Jared. No,
Jared. Oh,
Jared,
Jared.
Jared.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, it was amazing. And I mean, we had Carol almost gave up hope on Henry, perhaps that he might not be found alive.
Hmm. Yeah, and I love the whole embrace between Carol and Henry. It was just beautiful. She said, "You are strong enough." Giving him the okay of, "Yeah, you can do this. I know that you can
Hmm.
do this," which was, very, very mother-like of her to do that, which is, I thought, just well executed again.
Yeah, I did too, and it was a really great episode. Of course, the storyline with Negan and Jadis was interesting as well.
Yeah, it was, and so let's get into the whole Negan and Jadis, because that was the really focal point of this
Hmm.
whole episode going forward, because we don't know what the hell is going to go on because Negan actually Jadis let Negan go, and Negan didn't do anything to retaliate. He just basically said, the offer is still on the table.
Uh,
I'm assuming the offer was to kill Simon, have her kill Simon, because he told her
Probably,
because he
I would
told her
imagine. Yeah.
because he told her what happened.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he explained to her. He just said, "Hey, I had nothing to do with this." And Negan, of course, with that great line, "People are a resource."
Yeah,
But
yeah, because
one thing we saw at the beginning of the episode was it was a bit of a flashback to what happened with Simon,
hmm
and Jane just kind of played dead a little bit.
yeah, she did. Which I don't think Simon would have killed Jadis. I don't think he would have killed her. I think
No,
he would have let her go. That's what he did. Let her go and killed everyone else. But yeah, I
hmm
like the flashback, and we see Jadis in this fancy looking apartment like thing. Uh,
yeah.
I wonder where that's going to go.
Oh, good question. I mean, she had a pretty nice little setup.
Yeah, I'm like, where was that located? It's like we don't know where that thing's located,
Hmm.
and it's like, where is it located, and why is she there? How she found the place? I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with this whole Jadis angle. If they don't kill her off between tomorrow and next week, I don't
Yeah.
foresee that coming. I hope they don't kill her off, because they got something going on there, and plus we also see the helicopter coming back. in
Right.
flight.
Yes, that was one thing. Yes, they showed the helicopter. So that was not a hallucination on Rick's part.
Yeah.
It was actually there,
Hmm.
and I mean, well, we had heard that what was it? Jadis or somebody had mentioned a helipad.
I think we saw the helipad because you talked about it a couple of episodes back. Is that we saw it
Yeah,
too?
so, well, somebody had mentioned it, and then there it was. It's like so. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting the dynamic with I mean the helicopter was there. There was no question about it. That
Hmm.
the helicopter was real.
Yeah.
You
Even
know,
Negan was like saying, "What the hell is going on?" Because he didn't even know what was going on. So and it's like I hope we get some resolution with this whole helicopter thing. Who these
mhm.
people are? Are they working for the government or what is going on? Because
Yeah.
there's so many unanswered questions with only 2 episodes left. What's going on with the
Yes.
helicopter?
Hmm.
Where's Jadis going in all this? And hopefully they can tie everything up at the season finale in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Next week, actually.
Yeah. I mean, can you believe we have two more episodes to go this season?
Yeah, and it just seemed like it got started.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I guess Negan was kind of able to negotiate his way to freedom because, I mean, he had found those photos,
Hmm.
and Janus, of course, put a great deal of importance in those photos,
Yeah, because they're
and did not,
pictures of the scavengers, her friends.
yes, and she didn't want those to get burned up. I mean, he had a flare, a road flare. I mean, he acted like he was going to burn them.
Yeah, and that's
He
because the reason
also,
why was because Jadis had Lucille, and she was getting ready to do
uh,
something to Lucille, so he had to
yeah,
retaliate somehow. And I
mhm.
love that we got more of story of Negan because he was talking about his wife in this episode. He was talking about Lucille and in a little backstory of Negan, which I thought
Hmm.
was great. I wish we can get a whole Negan episode, flashback to the
Yes.
point of where he is now. I think that'd be a fun episode to watch. I think it'd be a great episode. Hope we might see that hopefully in the future,
Hmm.
or at
Where
least
we
maybe
see,
within the 2 episodes between tomorrow and next week, have at least some sort of flashback to Negan and Lucille because I would love to see the relationship between the two.
hmm that would be great. Yeah. Um, because so she was going to burn Lucille,
Hmm.
and Negan was kind of negotiating, for a barbed wire baseball bat. That's what he was negotiating for.
Yeah.
But it had meaning to him because it was something when he named it after his dead wife, so
Hmm.
he had a certain sentimental attachment to it and
Hmm.
everything. And he had a pistol, and then she had like a walker on a cart.
Oh yeah, Winston. I think it was a Winston.
I think so.
Oh man, that was great. She was getting ready to kill Negan. But
Uh huh.
yeah, Negan, Negan with this silver tongue really got himself out of that jam.
Yes, he did, and he was able to negotiate his freedom.
Hmm.
And she let him go. She let him go. I mean, he didn't try to retaliate. I think it's because he understood the reason why she captured him, because she held him responsible for what happened
Yeah.
with. And he even did kind of cop a little bit to that. He's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll take a little bit of I'll take some of the responsibility for what Simon did,
Hmm.
even though I did not actually order him to do that. I ordered him to make an example of one person.
Yeah.
I did not tell
And,
him to kill all of your people. I did not tell him to kill all of them.
Yeah, we kind of predicted last week that Negan would tell Jadis that, you know, of saying, yeah, Simon did it, Simon did it. Now, whether she still believes Negan or not, that's still up for question. Even though he
Mm-hmm.
kind of negotiated his way out, he still has that offer on the table. So I've got to say, Simon's going tomorrow night. I'm going to put my eggs in a basket and say Simon is going to die tomorrow night. He's going to be
Oh,
he's going to be
and
killed.
don't forget Negan. I guess he got Jadis's car,
Yeah,
and
he did.
on his way back to the sanctuary, he picks up a hitchhiker. But we didn't see who the hitchhiker was. I think it's Laura.
Oh, oh yeah, I was thinking that too because of the previews for tomorrow night.
I think it
We
was. Yeah,
see, yeah,
I think we never saw what happened to Laura. We never actually
no,
saw her die. We never saw anything happen to her. She is likely that she got separated from the rest of the saviors.
yeah, yeah.
Because
I'm going
all we
to,
heard from one of the saviors was, we don't know what happened to her. You know, we got separated from her.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I'm going to go. I'm going to agree with you, Henry, because we do see in the previews for tomorrow night Negan confronting Dwight.
yeah,
So So yeah, that'll be just yeah, yeah, it's got to be Laura. I'm going to agree with you, Henry. It's
that is
Laura.
what I'm thinking. You know, because if it was Gregory, and remember Gregory got away with all the rest of the saviors. If it was
Yeah.
Gregory, they would have shown him. They would have shown him if it was Gregory.
Mm.
I don't know if Negan would have picked him up or not. Negan would probably like, yeah, see you, Gregory.
Ooh, that's another. That might be a curveball too. So it might be Gregory.
Maybe
He
it
might be
could
doing a
be. I don't know.
curveball. Because
That could,
yeah.
yeah, it could be possibly. You, yeah,
So we got two choices here:
yeah,
Laura or Gregory.
yeah. I kind of thought about that myself. I thought it could be Gregory. I kind of, you know, on the off there, I thought there might be an off chance that it's Gregory and it's not Laura. But my first choice was Laura. That was my first. That was my first speculation. It might be Laura.
Well, you got a 50-50 shot, either Laura or Gregory.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I, I'm
I
I
figured
think
it was either one of those two. I say it's either one of those two.
yeah, because I don't think it could be anybody else.
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah. I'm gonna agree with you. And I mean, it has to. It's common sense would tell you it's Laura because Negan confronts Dwight tomorrow night, and it seems like
Hmm.
he knows something about Dwight that Dwight doesn't know.
Yeah,
So yeah, so it's a 50-50 shot, either Laura or Gregory. But
that's what I'm thinking.
he
That's
also he
exactly what I'm thinking.
also confronts another savior and tells him not to tell anybody that he's back and that there's going to
Uh-huh.
be shit hitting the fan. Basically, shit is going to hit the fan.
Oh yeah, I think so. I believe. Yeah, I believe somebody. I believe shit is gonna. I'm
Yeah.
watching Svengoolie
No, the
because we
X
got
Files is
BT.
actually on
Yeah. Oh,
BBC
you know what's
America.
on it? You know what's on FX now? Right now, Deadpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it on Blu-ray, of course, so I can watch it anytime. But yeah, and then but you know that leads us to our second storyline because we talked about the whole thing with Negan. You know, is the storyline with young Henry, and
Hmm.
he goes missing, and Morgan would start hallucinating Henry being dead,
Yeah.
and he's like, you know what it is, which is what Gavin was saying to him. You know what it is. You know what it is.
Hmm. Yeah, it's basically Morgan's conscious eating at him because he lied to Henry and tell him that Gavin was the one who killed his brother. In reality, it wasn't. And
Yeah,
Morgan thought it was a good thing to tell him that it was Gavin instead of the other guy. But his
yeah.
conscience kept eating at him, and he just couldn't take it anymore.
Hmm. So I guess what Morgan decided was, because originally it was Morgan and Carol that were out there looking for Henry, but they decided to split off. I mean, Carol decided to go off and look for him look for Henry. Morgan was going to go off and look for Jared. He was going to go find Jared. He was going to settle this one way or the other. And then Rick, Rick is like I said, Rick is still really trying to work through his grief. I think trying to work through the grief over Carl, and eventually Rick decides he's just going to go out.
Yeah.
He is just he's just going to go. He's just going to go. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Michonne kind of wanted him to stay at first, but then he thought, no, I have to go. So he goes out, and he's not going out. He's not going out for any specific mission. And he comes across Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
and Morgan kind of acts like he's going to hit him at first to do something to him. Rick's like, it's me, it's Rick, I'm your friend,
Mm-hmm.
Morgan, I'm your friend. And that's when Rick and Morgan team up. And it was great to see. It was great to see that dynamic with those two teaming up. We don't see it very often. And
Mm-hmm.
they're two of the original survivors from Atlanta. I mean,
Yeah, and they
Morgan
actually did a
saved.
callback. They did a callback in that episode, and Rick asked him, "Why did you save me?" And Morgan was just said, "Because his son was with him,
Yes,
and if his son
yeah,
wasn't with
Dwayne.
him, he wouldn't have saved him."
Yeah, yeah. And it also kind of calls back to the episode Clear a
Yeah.
little bit. Which, by the way, I cannot recommend that episode highly enough, guys. If you
Mm-hmm.
love Morgan, go back to season 3. I mean, tremendous episode, Clear. I can't remember what number. I think it's episode 12. I think
Let me look it up. I'll look it up real quick. But go
of
ahead.
season 3. But yeah, and it was great to see Morgan and Rick. They get captured though. They get captured by the group of saviors,
Mm-hmm.
the group of saviors that escape. So, um, what happens is, I mean, Morgan doesn't seem to be afraid to die. He says, "I don't die." He
Mm-hmm.
says, but everybody turns. That's the one thing. Now, he has said that before on the show also.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was interesting, like a little callback to him saying that again.
Yeah.
I think that's going to play into when he appears on Fear the Walking Dead also.
Mm-hmm. And it is episode 12 of season 3,
Yeah,
Clear.
yeah, that's a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the first time we'd seen Morgan since season 1.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Rick and Morgan they get tied up, and all of a sudden a bunch of walkers show up, and the saviors have to fight them off.
Mm-hmm.
Rick says, "If you let us go, we will allow you to go back to the sanctuary with us," which turned out to be a falsehood
Yeah.
because they all teamed up to kill the saviors. I mean, not the saviors, the walkers. They all
Mm-hmm.
just kill off the walkers,
Yeah. Then they
and
killed the saviors.
then they kill the saviors, and then Morgan traps Jared in like this room full of walkers. There's like a little
Mm-hmm.
middle gate, like a little middle for Morgan to reach through. He grabs Jared. He
Yes.
keeps a hold on Jared and lets those walkers just tear him apart.
Yeah, that was just brutally epic. I thought he he pulled Jarrett there, and he waited until the walkers got it before he released. I thought that was
Oh,
great.
that was awesome. I thought that was great.
That long haired dude finally got to come up into that eye. Wanted
Yes, Jared. Yeah, I was like,
way
yes.
too long though. Way too long though.
Yeah,
But it was worth the
and
rate. It was worth the rate. Wait.
yeah, it was. It really was. And I don't think Morgan's going to have any more hallucinations after this.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think he's going to have any more hallucinations. So that storyline is resolved. You know,
Hmm.
Jared's gone. You know, Henry's brother has finally been avenged.
Yeah. And Carol finds Henry um, in a similar place like her daughter
Yes,
under a
and in
tree.
fact, I found out it was the very same location.
Oh, that was the same location? Oh, that
It
is
was the
sweet.
same. Yeah, it was the same shooting location where they did it with Sophie too. Yeah,
Yeah. Because, as soon as I saw her going after Henry, I was like, that looked exactly like the same location where
it was the same
they left
place. It was the same place. Yeah,
Colorado.
the same filming location. Yeah.
That was just great. I think that was just genius part on the filming location of that.
Yeah, Carol and Henry show up back at the hilltop first. Jerry's up there on the watchtower, and he's smiling, he's happy. He goes back, bang, 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 like let him in, let him in. Then he goes
Hmm.
to Ezekiel and says, "Your Majesty, dude." And he says,
Yeah,
"Dude, I love Jerry. I love Jerry.
yeah.
Jerry's
Oh
cool."
man, I'm going to be so disappointed if he gets the axe anytime
Oh, I
soon.
know. He's a big badass Samoan man.
I know. I mean, he's just epic. Whoever, yeah, Jerry. Speaking
Cooper
of Jerry,
Andrews. Cooper
speaking of
Andrews is the
Jerry, yeah,
actor. What do you
I
say?
think it was Jerry. I think it was Jerry. He liked my Negan post. I went as the Negan for Halloween, and I posted it on
Oh,
Instagram,
cool.
and he liked it. Yeah.
Cooper Andrews. Yeah, nice. That's cool. And then I mean, Henry rushes and embraces Ezekiel.
Hmm.
But before that, we saw Ezekiel and Carol sitting by the fire and they're talking. No, it wasn't Carol. No, this was after. This was after Henry and Carol came back.
Yeah.
We saw Ezekiel and Carol sitting by the fire talking, and they seem to be holding hands. Could there possibly be? Now,
Queen
wouldn't that be
Carol.
interesting?
I wanted Queen Carol. I want Queen
Yeah,
Carol.
King Ezekiel and Queen Carol.
That's exactly what I want. So freaking
Yeah,
bad. Forget
yeah,
Daryl and Carol. I want Queen Carol. I think that'd be just so fun.
it would be. It would be great. Yeah, and then Rick and Morgan get back. And
Let's see here.
Morgan tells Henry what happened. Morgan says, "I got your brother's killer."
Yeah.
Because I think Henry figured it out that it
Hmm.
wasn't Gavin.
Yeah. I think he probably figured it out somehow. But
Yeah,
let's see here. Tara is not infected by the arrow that Dwight shot at her.
yeah, yeah. We did see that. We saw her
Hmm.
talking to Daryl, and she and Daryl are actually watching the sanctuary and they're wanting to take Eugene out.
Yeah. Yeah, because Diane was speaking to Maggie, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
saying that they don't have enough ammo. So Daryl and Rosita goes to Eugene's.
Rosita, it wasn't
Yeah,
Tara. Remember, because
yeah,
Tara said, "I'm
Daryl.
out." Tara
Yeah,
said, "I'm out." She's not on this mission of trying to get rid of Dwight anymore because she
yeah,
realizes that Dwight could have done the same thing to her that was done to all those other Alexandrians, Hilltop
hmm,
uh, individuals, as far as infecting, as far as having an infected arrow, but he only shot her with a regular arrow.
hmm. Yeah, and I'm glad that it's interesting to see the whole twist of events. First, Tara wasn't sure about Dwight, and Daryl,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sure. Now Tara's on board with Dwight, and Daryl is still not entirely sure if he's with them or against them.
Yeah, yeah. Daryl is kind of at this point, Daryl is wondering about Dwight. Yeah. So I don't know if we're going to see Eugene tomorrow night or if that's going
Yeah,
to
we
be
will.
part of.
Yeah, I saw the preview for tomorrow night, and we do see Eugene in
Ah.
the bullet making compound,
Mm-hmm.
and he's there with Father Gabriel, and Father Gabriel seems to me he's gotten sicker. He's
Oh
got
man.
a protective mask on and eye goggles too.
Oh my.
But yeah, because we haven't seen Father Gabriel in quite a while, so I'm curious to see where they go with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Last time we saw Father Gabriel was when he was taken to the bullet
yeah,
making compound.
yeah.
Oh, but we do
Uh,
see Oceanside tomorrow night also.
yeah,
We
yeah,
saw
we do see
Oceanside in the preview.
Oceanside and
Yeah.
Aaron and his
Yeah.
quest on to get Oceanside teaming with them.
Yeah.
But in the previews for tomorrow night, it seems like there's a little friction with Simon and Negan. It seems like Simon wants to, do things his own way.
Mm-hmm.
Because Simon at this point he still thinks he's Negan. He still thinks he's in charge. He doesn't know
Mm-hmm.
that Negan's back,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to be quite interesting to see his reaction to Negan coming back.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be, what exactly, how is this going to resolve? What's going to happen?
All right, so I think we covered the major parts of last week's episode.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, any predictions? We've already predicted
Uh,
some of the things. We predicted that either Gregory or Laura is going to be the passenger in Negan's car.
I'm saying right now there's a 60% chance it's Laura and 40% that it's Gregory. That's what I'm kind of.
Yeah, I agree with you on those numbers. I concur with those numbers.
Yeah, 60% chance it's Laura because we have not seen her, since the mid-season finale. And
Hmm.
again, I mean, it was very ambiguous, very up in the air as to whether she survived or not.
Yeah, yeah. Laura is the key to all this because she's going to expose Dwight for being
Mm-hmm.
the traitor of the group. So Negan at this point, he's 100% pissed. He's pissed at Rick. He's pissed at Simon. I'm sure if it's Laura, I'm sure he's going to be pissed at Dwight because
Mm-hmm.
we do like I said, we do see the confrontation between Dwight and Negan. So maybe Negan is going to put a test on Dwight and see what he does. And if Dwight turns on him, I got a feeling that Dwight is going to get the axe either tomorrow or next week.
Mm-hmm.
So who
Yeah,
do you think is up? Who do you think is up for dying tomorrow night?
I would be very surprised if Simon survives through tomorrow night's episode.
Yeah, I would be too. I'd be surprised if he makes it through tomorrow night and leading into the finale.
Uh-huh. But then again, I mean, Negan could say, "Listen, people are a resource," and perhaps if there's going to be the final push of the all-out war,
Hmm.
then Negan may figure, hey, I need all the hands I can get, and then I'll settle Simon's hash later on, or I'll settle Dwight's hash later on because we may need them. We need manpower
Hmm.
because a lot of saviors have been killed off this season.
Yeah, yeah. We don't. Yeah, a lot of saviors. Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of saviors. So we don't know how many saviors is left. They can't be much more than a handful.
I think there were I think according to the comics, there were 500 of them originally
Hmm.
in the comics. I mean, but of course, hey, listen, they lost a lot of Alexandrians and Hilltop members as well.
Yeah.
So
All right.
so
So
it's
then
like
we also no, go ahead.
both sides, are down in numbers. Both sides are
Yeah,
down
they
in
are.
numbers.
They
So
are. Let's see. So, what do you think is going to happen with the whole Daryl, Rosita, and Eugene?
I don't know. I mean, are they going to kill him or are they going to kidnap him? That's what I'm wondering. Are they going to
Oh,
take him out? Now, are they going to take him out, or are they going to employ him to or kidnap him and say, "Hey, you come make bullets for us. And if you don't, we'll kill you."
oh, that's a good theory. Because Eugene is still the coward. He's still the
He
coward.
is. Yeah, he
He's
is.
he he's just putting on a show because he thinks he knows that Negan is going to protect him because Negan knows that Eugene is an asset because at this
Hmm.
point Negan needs ammo and Eugene is the
Yes.
only guy that can make ammo.
Yeah.
Now unless they do some kind of Breaking Bad thing where Negan appoints someone else to take Eugene's position, make the ammo and off Eugene, then I don't see Eugene dying just yet.
Hmm.
Maybe for the finale. Maybe for the finale.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's interesting to see. What is Eugene? You remember Eugene was scared shitless, literally,
Yeah.
by what he saw as far as when Negan killed Abraham and Glenn,
Yeah.
and Eugene does not want that to happen to him.
Yeah. And plus, not only that, he saw the whole hot iron thing too. So
Yeah.
he knows not to make Negan mad because he
Hmm.
doesn't want to be hot iron. He doesn't want to be Lucille. He doesn't want to be on Negan's shit list.
No, he doesn't want to be thrown into that furnace like Doctor like
Connors.
Con was it Connors? Was it no? It wasn't Connor. It was
Oh, it wasn't Connors? I thought it was Connors.
what was their last name? The two brothers. Carson,
I could
Dr.
have sworn
Carson.
Carson. Yeah.
Carson. Yeah. The first Dr. Carson. Yeah, he
I knew it
doesn't
was a
want to get
C.
thrown into the
I knew it was a C.
yeah, Carson, the Carson. Yeah, the first Dr. Carson. Yeah, he got thrown into the furnace. So
Mhm.
but you make excellent points, yeah, because Eugene doesn't want to suffer the fate of others who have crossed Negan.
Mhm.
Because he's witnessed Negan do some pretty bad things to people.
Mhm. Let's see here. I'm reading the preview for tomorrow night. For the preview that we saw Negan having a map with a whole bunch of X's placed around it. So, and in the trailer, it said that Negan said, "We're going to have to take Hilltop." So they're on the way to Hill. I think they're going to be on the way to the Hilltop tomorrow night, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be the whole epic conclusion. And tomorrow night's episode is Worth.
What's it
Worth.
called? Word?
Worth.
Uh-huh.
WORTH.
Yeah. That's a good title. Because
And then next week's episode is Wrath.
Worth and Wrath. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, should be interesting, whatever happens.
Mm-hmm. And apparently there's going to be a voiceover for Carl, so we might find out what is in that letter to Rick because we don't know what's in the letter. Rick read the letter.
He read it,
Uh,
but yeah, but
yeah,
we didn't actually see the printed page.
yeah.
We didn't hear him narrating or anything like that. So,
And we also saw that Carl wrote a letter to Negan, and I'm wondering,
mm,
is Negan going to get his letter from
ooh, I
Carl?
don't know.
That's
One
going to
thing
be
we one, one thing we did get from last week's episode was the exchange of I love yous between Rick and Michonne.
Yeah. They're still in the relationship together, which
Mhm.
is great. And hopefully they'll stay in that relationship
Or
going forward.
Rick Shone, as it's
Rick
been
Show.
called. You
That's also a name I think of, like a Rick Show. Is it, or is that name something else?
you're thinking of Rick Shaw. Rick
Yeah,
Shaw's.
yeah, the
Yeah.
rickshaw. I was like, a rickshaw. I know that name. It's like the little buggy pulled by the guy in, like, what, Japan or China, but it's a rickshaw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's see
by the
here.
way, I meant to tell you. I was watching the movie Trading Places 2 weeks ago,
Oh, with
and
Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, yeah. And
Oh
in the
yeah,
scene where Eddie Murphy's in the jail cell, I saw a familiar face, one of the prisoners when he was in the jail, and he had a a sleeveless shirt, sleeveless striped shirt. I said that looks a lot like. Could that possibly be Gus? And sure enough, I looked it up, and sure enough, it was Giancarlo Esposito.
Gus was in Trading Places.
Yes,
I
yes,
did
he
not know
was.
that.
I
I
didn't
did not
either.
know that.
Yeah,
Oh man,
I
we got
said
some
that guy
breaking
looks.
news here. Gus was in
I,
Trading
yeah,
Places.
I said that. I said he looks really familiar.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch that now just to see Gus, because I think I've seen it before, but I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But I did
Look
not
at.
know.
Yeah, if you watch it, watch the jailhouse scene where Eddie Murphy's character is in the jailhouse, and there's the guy with the sleeveless striped shirt. So yeah, he was in Trading Places.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I googled imaged it.
Probably one of his first roles. Probably one of his first roles.
It has to be. Oh,
Because that was that. Yeah,
did you see
that
where
was
Gus was in Sesame Street?
no.
Yes. It was, I think he was like some kind of bus driver in Sesame Street.
Oh, well, that wouldn't
Like I
surprise
think
me
like
either.
in the 70s.
That wouldn't shock me at all. He's done quite a few acting jobs. I mean,
Hmm.
long before he was Gus. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to watch that now. Does he have
and
any
of
lines
course,
at all?
no, not really.
Oh, so he's just a
Not in
background
Trading
character.
Places. Yeah. Oh, and that new movie Rampage comes out Friday. This Friday, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in that
Yeah, with The
with The
Rock.
Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Yeah.
Let's see here. So I think we covered the main points that happened in last week's episode.
Yeah, I think we did. It was a great episode. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I liked the
Hmm.
fact that they resolved the issue with Henry's brother's killer, you
Hmm.
know, and also they finally had Carl or Rick read Carl's letter.
Yeah, and I think tomorrow we're probably going to find out what's in that letter, and
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Gus get his letter and see what's in that.
Negan. You
Negan,
said
Negan.
Gus.
I don't know why Gus is on my mind.
We had Gus on the brain. We had
I
Gus on
know.
the
Well,
brain.
Gus is going to be in season 4 of Better Call Saul, so
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Oh
But
man, we gotta wait till September. Dang it.
yeah, it's going to be a pain. But yeah, the Saul Good cast is coming back in September.
Yeah.
But
And
tomorrow night's episode is going to be directed by Michael Slovis, and that's
uh-huh.
a familiar name of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul fame. He
Oh.
directed a couple of episodes of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Oh, interesting.
He worked on it. So some
Oh.
kind of some kind of connection.
Oh, do you know that you know the new Star Wars movie that was just released, The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
It was directed by Ryan Johnson. You know, he directed 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. He directed Fly,
Really?
Ozymandias, and 51.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. I looked it up. I said, he directed Breaking Bad? Wow.
So the dude went from Breaking Bad to Star Wars. That
Yeah.
is a epic transition, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know he directed Fly.
Yeah. Which we love that
And he
episode.
and
I
Ozymandias,
saw
one of the
I
yeah,
I
wow.
saw a I saw a review of Breaking Bad. This guy
Yeah.
Cinemassacre
Angry video
did
game
it.
nerd.
Yeah, no, it wasn't him. It was the other guy, or it may have been
No,
him. I'm not
it was
sure.
angry. Yeah, it was angry video
Yeah,
game nerd. James Rolfe.
yeah. He reviewed Breaking Bad. He talked about his
Hmm.
favorite episode was Fly
Yeah.
because it was completely unconnected to all the other episodes.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
saw that. Yeah, I saw his review, and he does some
yeah,
good stuff. And
yeah, he does. I like his angry video game reviews.
yeah, they're great. This is epic. But yeah, he said he watched Breaking Bad because he didn't he hasn't seen it, so he watched,
Yeah,
and he said he gets better at season two, and I have to agree with him.
yeah,
I
it
think with
does.
season one, they didn't with the writer's strike because I think it was like during the writer's strike they
Yeah,
didn't they wasn't up to par. But when it got to season two and on forward, but I think season five is the best out of the whole series.
yeah. Man, it gradually got better.
Hmm. And I was talking with Amy, and she says she just finished season three of Better Call Saul, and she loved it.
Cool.
So I told her season four is coming out in September of this year, so hopefully she'll
Yeah.
catch up and watch it. Oh, let's see here. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. We've discussed the main important episodes and aspects of last week's episode. Hopefully, they can keep the momentum going into the season finale. And of course, I'm sure the season finale is going to be directed by Greg Nicotero. He does.
Mhm.
I love his directing style. And yeah, it is going to be directed by, and it's going to be written by Scott Gimple.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be written by Scott Gimple. I am not a fan of Scott Gimple. I don't know how he got into where he's at, but it's just kind of he's just kind of I just don't
Mm.
like him, and I'm so glad he's not showrunner anymore. And
He's a very polarizing figure to a lot of Walking Dead fans.
yeah, I can see why, but he's no longer showrunner, so I'm sure that's going to boost some people's expectations going into season nine. Because I'm
Mhm.
curious to see where Angela Kane is going to take this whole show, take this direction for the show.
Yeah, yeah, I am too. Be interested to see what she does with it, how she handles it.
Hmm. If I was now I don't know how they pick showrunners. I don't know if AMC does or if like um the head guy that's over top of the Walking Dead does it, but I would have picked Greg Nicotero. I think he would have I think he would have just been epic as showrunner.
I have to agree. He would have been
I'm
great.
calling Greg Nicotero be co-showrunner with Angela Kang. At least be co-showrunner
Yeah.
because he does some great work, especially in the visual effects and special effects of
Hmm.
of the zombie makeup and everything. I mean, it's just great. I mean,
Yeah,
he's been in the business for quite some time now.
he has. Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow night's episode is worth A lot of loose ends has got to be tied up between tomorrow night and the season finale. I
You
got a
think so?
feeling. I got a feeling. Do you think for the season finale? I know we're going to be like a week ahead, but you think there's going to be a cliffhanger for the season finale, or if they're going to just end it?
Well, if they're supposed to have a time jump next season, I wouldn't think they would have a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
If there's supposed to be a time jump, of about 3 or 4 years between
Hmm.
now and next season,
Yeah.
then I would not think it would end on a cliffhanger.
I don't see that happening either. But just something to toss out there. So let's go ahead and
Yeah,
end this
yeah,
great discussion tonight. Unfortunately, Ellen didn't join us. Hopefully everything's okay with her and she's
yeah,
doing fine. Uh, so next week, the 14th, is going to be the next to last episode of the Webcasting Dead, episode
yeah,
15, Worth. And
yeah.
then on the 21st is the season finale of the Webcasting Dead. We'll be discussing
Wrath.
Wrath, the season finale, and the season opener of Fear the Walking Dead
Yeah.
with Morgan.
Oh,
Let me,
Wrath. Don't forget that comes from what Rick said at the beginning of the season, where we hear him
yeah.
say, "May my mercy overcome my wrath."
Hmm.
So, is this going? How is this going to play into that? That's going to be.
Yeah. And then let's see here. What's the first episode of Fear? I don't have a title for Fear yet. Oh, nope. There is a title. What's Your Story is going to be the very first
What's your
episode
story?
of Fear the Walking
That's
Dead. Yeah.
probably referring to Morgan. Probably
Yeah,
referring to
it's
Morgan.
yeah.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. Probably referring to Morgan.
Yeah, it is cuz I mean and Fear the Walking Dead is going to be written by Scott Gimple, Andrew Chambliss, and Ian Goldberg.
Hmm,
So Scott Gimple is involved in writing that.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll discuss the season finale of The Walking Dead and the first and the season premiere of Fear the Walking Dead, and
Mhm.
hopefully, I cannot wait to see where they're going to go with Morgan and Fear. I'm going to have to like catch up with Fear and then watch the season opener of
Mhm.
season 4,
Yep.
and then on the 25th on here, we're going to be cracking open the X Files vault again and
Yes.
discuss two classic episodes of the X Files: Monday,
Monday and
Hollywood
Hollywood
8.
AD. Yeah.
Yep. Have you gotten a chance to watch them yet?
I haven't gotten a chance to watch them, but
Oh, you
I may.
out of the two, at least try to watch Monday as soon as possible. Because Monday, I
Okay.
think you absolutely love Monday.
Sounds good. Yeah.
The
I'll
plot
give
of
it a.
Monday is about this bank robber and his girlfriend. He goes to rob a bank, and his girlfriend relives the exact same day over and over again until she gets the chance to change the events of what happens. So
Mm.
it's Groundhog's Day. It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just I think it's just it's I think it was written by Vince Gilligan. Let me look that up real quick. I think this could be a Vince Gilligan one. Let's see here. Yeah, it is written by Vince Gilligan and John Shaban,
Oh, interesting.
and directed by Kim Manners.
Yeah, Kim Manners. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He
this was
directed.
actually
He
the.
he has directed.
Go
He's
ahead.
directed several of the great episodes of the X Files,
Oh yeah,
including
yeah.
part one of Two Fathers. Two Fathers. He directed that one.
Hmm. Yeah, and this episode was inspired by a Twilight Zone episode called the Shadow Play.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah,
So good stuff.
yep.
And then let's see, we'll also be back on May 27th, immediately following the series finale of Finding Bigfoot. It'll be the final Finding Bigfoot review.
Yep. May 20. I have to see if I can find a live stream of that. If I
Yeah,
can't find a live stream, we have to do it at least that Wednesday. Wednesday.
yeah, that'd be fine too. That I think that would work also. So, but
Um,
that was the one where they went to Willow Creek last year, almost a year ago,
mhm,
and they had a festival and they were celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Patterson Gimlin film.
mhm. And I announced on last night episode, if you guys watched the politics episode, that Real or Not Real will be coming back this summer on
Oh,
May
cool.
12th. May 12th, Saturday.
Hey, yeah,
May 12th. So,
all right.
and Lel was so excited for that.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's go ahead and end this. We will see you here next week for Worth. Tomorrow night's
Mhm.
episode of the Walking Dead, we'll be discussing that episode. Then the week after be the season finale of the Webcasting Dead of season 8, and we'll be discussing the season finale of season 8 and the season opener of the Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think we're going to transition. I think we're going to transition from The Walking Dead to reviewing Fear the Walking.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just going to be one big.
we can keep that going, and we can do that through that season too.
Yeah,
No.
maybe because I still have to watch season 1 through 3.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll at least review the first episode.
Yeah,
Please.
and you know what we need to do? Let's just do like Talking Dead does. Review the first episode and then the
Uh-huh.
final episode.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Because I think,
Okay.
to be honest with you, I think we're a little bit better than Talking Dead because we're not Chris Hardwick, you know.
I
But
like Chris
the only
Hardwick.
thing
He
going
does a
against
good job.
us, yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
The only thing going against us is that we don't have the cast of The Walking Dead to appear on.
Oh, I know.
But we did had
Although
Gonzo from
we did have
Breaking Bad.
Gonzo. Yeah, on the Breaking Bad cast. Yeah, we did have Gonzo on.
Yeah, yeah. So
We
yeah, we
also
had
had one of the
Gonzo.
extras. Remember one of the extras came on with us too.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. It was one of the extras. But
Yeah,
you know,
which was pretty cool.
we're not beholden to AMC.
No, we
Okay.
just we're like Saul Goodman. We know a guy who knows a guy who
Yeah.
knows a guy.
Mhm. Speaking of Saul Goodman, when you watch Hollywood AD, there's going to be a producer, one of them hot shot producers in there, and it's like they should have gotten Bob Odenkirk to do that because it's like Saul Goodman. So you probably are
Wow.
going to agree with me when you watch Hollywood AD.
Probably so
'Cause
because
I was
yeah
watching it. I was like, they should have gotten Saul. They should have gotten Bob Odenkirk because he would have been
yeah
fantastic as it.
he would have
The producers, the loudmouth producer, those cliched Hollywood producer characters they have on almost every single TV and movie they do. I was like, get Bob Odenkirk to do that because I think it would have been perfect. But the guy they got was pretty good too. Anyway, let's go
yeah
and end this. Let's finally end
yeah.
this. We'll see you here next week for another episode of the Webcasting Dead, and then the season finale the week after. Good night, everybody.